Hey, so this is the problem 2C, which is the last problem for the Marble Canyon practice task. And it says at a launch angle of 32 degrees, the jumper knows he can use this equation to estimate the speed needed to break the world record. F of x equals 2.25x minus 24.3 divided by v squared times x squared. Okay, so we got some different things going on here. We have oh, I got a text. So we have f of x, and we have an x, and we also have a v squared. So x is a horizontal distance, as we know from the jumper jumping. V, this is the new one. Check this out. V is the speed of the jumper in feet per second. And again, we have f of x is the vertical distance of the jumper off the ground. It says determine the speed, which is this v thing. Alright, so speed is v, which is also right there. In feet per second, that will allow the jumper to break the world record. Now, what's the world record? It's on the first page. Again, it shows you that it's 29 feet. So he needs to jump 29 feet. Show your work algebraically or graphically. Okay. So we have this equation. Uh, 24.3 divided by v squared times x squared. Now we have three different variables. We have f of x, and the v squared. So we need to get rid of some of these. Well, we know from our previous examples that f of x, when he breaks the world record, what's his height going to be off the ground? Well, it's going to be 0. He's going to be on the ground, right, when he breaks the world record. So f of x is going to be 0. Alright, what else do we know? So we got 2.25, and then we have x. Now let's see if we can figure out what x is. X, it wants to know what will the speed be when he breaks the world record. So what's the world record? How far does he need to travel horizontally? X is how far he travels horizontally. So x needs to be 29 feet in order to break the world record. So let's put 29 here. And then we got minus 24.3 divided by v squared is what we are looking for. And then we have x again, which is again the 29 squared. Okay, so all we need to do is solve for this guy, v. It can be tricky algebraically, but if you just take your time, go step by step, it's not too bad. So we have 0 equals 2.25 times 29. Let's do that. 65.25 minus 24.3 divided by v squared. We can't do anything with that yet. And then 29 squared is 841. Okay, so we want to solve for v squared, so let's move the 65.25 over to the other side. So let's do minus 65.25. So that's going to cross out the right side. And then on this side we have negative 65.25 equals, we have a negative 24.3 times 841. So let's calculate that really quick. So that's negative 24.3 times 841. So that would be negative 2036.3 divided by v squared. Alright, so we have negative 65.25 equals negative 20,436.3 divided by v squared. Okay, so here's the trick on how to get this v squared off the bottom. So we need to multiply by v squared on both sides. and then that will allow v squared to cancel out. So then on the left hand side we have v squared times negative 65.25, and then we still have this monster number on this side. Okay, so last step, we just need to get this negative 65.25 off of this side. So it's just some algebra you have to bust out. Cross that out. So we got v squared equals, then just calculate this number, 313.2. What's that, feet per second? Okay, then we have this square here. So last step, how do you get rid of a square? You need to do the square root. So square root of both sides. That allows the square root and the square to cross out, and then we just have v equals square root of 313 equals 17.697 feet per second. Actually, I should leave this off previously. Just scratch that out. Okay, so that's your final answer. That means in order for the jumper to jump 29 feet, then he needs to leave or jump with a speed of 17.697 feet per second. Okay, so that's the end of the Marble Canyon practice test. Now, just make sure that you understand it. If you got any questions, ask me, and then go to the website and print out your actual Marble Canyon task and start working on that. Okay, good luck.